Hello, hello, hello.
We're live.
We're live.
Wow.
Hey.
That just happened.
You didn't realize I was recording?
No.
Oh.
I didn't realize we were live. I'm glad I didn't say anything untoward or explicit.
Well, I also know how to edit it out. Believe you me.
Hot mic.
Although I don't really do much editing because what we have to say, even the things that may not come out the way we originally intended,
It kind of work better.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
work.
we do a lot of, listeners, we do a lot. We do a lot of game planning here. Hours and hours of storyboarding and consideration here. And that is absolutely...
You know what I just realized? I didn't even do my intro, so we're starting this again.
Okay, we're
All
doing
right.
it over.
We're doing it over, but I'm not editing it out. So, hello, hey. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ask Dad.
That was the shortest intro music ever.
The music. Okay, let me do it
No,
again.
no, it's good.
And coming in hot for the third time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ask Dad, a dad show not just for dads, but everyone that wants fatherly advice from a real dad. Whether you're here for the bad dad joke or to gain some insight, Will Snow is the man, the myth, and the legend in his own mind who knows all things. So welcome to today's episode of Ask Dad. We're going to get the clapping. Woo, and applause. They love you. We love you. You're amazing.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Will Snow.
Well, hello, Debo. How are you today? Has it been a joyful week for you? Have you been putting into practice Will Snow's guaranteed 100% guaranteed method of having a better life?
The triumvirate of intention.
Yes, the triumvirate of intention.
Of intention. Yes, I have. And how about you?
I have. I've been much more conscious about taking the time to do that, and it's interesting. It really is. It really has. It's a funny thing. I know this, and sometimes you just forget, I guess, but or I just forget. But after we talked about it, I've been doing it, and it's amazing.
It is.
It really is. And I hope, listeners, that you're taking advantage of this new year to try new things and
experience new life and fun and art and community and just be more. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Just
be more in your life.
Yes, be more.
Be more of you. Be more of you.
Yeah, because you're amazing.
Yes, all of you. Yeah. You know, we can disagree with each other, in a lot of different ways and a lot of different, how we perceive the world. But you are amazing. You are unique, all of you.
Yes.
Regardless of what side of the political fence you line up on, what kind of, how you choose to worship God, how you choose to live your life. You are amazing individuals, and you lean into it. Be more of you, because the world needs more of you.
Yes, I agree.
So I hope everybody takes that to heart, because it's true.
It is.
It's when we're more of ourselves and more of our authentic selves, and less of the facade.
Yeah.
It's when you can actually have human connections. And since that's actually what we're here for, is the human connection, the uplifting of each other, probably be a good idea to just be more of you and kind of take the, yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just babbling right now.
No, I'm just looking at you, loving you, listening to what you have to say.
I love you too.
What's the dad joke?
Well, I was actually reading the news the other day.
Were you?
I do. I read the news. I read the news every day. I don't know why I do that, but I guess I just feel like I need to be in the know.
Okay.
We have to be in the know.
In the know.
About what's going on in the world.
Okay.
I don't know why we feel like we have to be in the know, but we do.
Okay.
Yeah, And I was reading, actually.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you already said the punchline and I didn't get it again.
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't do that.
Well,
do I do that?
Well, no, the last dad joke you did, You said the punchline, and I didn't realize
That was the punchline.
that was the punchline. So I'm like waiting to know if did I
Keep you
get
on your
it?
toes.
Yes.
Keeping you on your toes. No, so I was reading Scientific Journal, and Scientific American or something like that. And see, I'm braggadocious now. I'm talking.
Braggadocious.
Talking about.
That's a
I
little-
read Scientific American. What do you read?
So that's a little shout out to Tig and Cheryl.
Yeah,
So, go
very inspirational.
Yeah, I loved that podcast. But continue. So you're reading.
Yeah, and there was this latest rumor about butter.
Butter.
Yeah, but I'm not going to spread it.
Ugh. Okay, that one I did get, and that one crickets.
Okay.
Where's the harp? Oops, wrong thing. Nope. Where? That's what I was looking for. Okay, listeners. Well, I was also reading that same scientific journal.
Scientific American.
Yeah, that one. I was reading that, obviously, as you can tell. And I was looking at all of these different inventions that have been invented over like the last 100 years. And by far, I think that the dry erase board, I think that has to be the most remarkable.
Very good.
I know. They love me. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to use that one for a while.
Well, it's good that you got it out. You can't have those jokes festering and
No festering dad jokes.
they might pop out at
Yes, exactly.
inauspicious moments.
Yes. Like Tourette's. Bad dad jokes. Not that I'm, making fun of people with Tourette's, so I withdraw that statement.
Yes, it's not a very pleasant
No.
kind of situation to deal with. No,
We all have our things.
we all have our things. This is truth.
So I had a topic I wanted to talk about today.
Oh, well, do tell.
And I don't know if you would also like to discuss it, but I think it is a good topic for some of our listeners. And it's about living outside your comfort zone.
Living outside or stepping outside?
Both. Same.
Well, okay, I guess you couldn't live there till you stepped outside of it.
Correct. That's correct.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I am Will Snow.
You
All
are
right,
Will
I mean,
Snow.
come on. Yeah, it's a very good topic, actually. I think that, and one I think that is very worthy of a fresh year of discussion.
Yeah.
Absolutely, stepping outside one's comfort zone, and to be truthful, this is what we're here for, right? Again, I keep going to this mantra: why are we here? What are we doing here? Because without the core value of why are we here, things can get a little bit wonky.
Yeah.
Like that three-legged donkey I was talking about last week.
Wonky. He's
Wonky.
so cute. I want Wonky. So the reason that I wanted to talk about this is based on one of our listeners' questions. So, which we'll get to later.
You can talk about it now.
No, I want to talk about the topic,
Okay.
and then I want to read the question at the end, if that's okay.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Okay.
You have control of the board, so whatever
is my
whatever
board.
you want is going to happen.
It is my board. It is such a magical board. See? My board. So, because I was thinking about, because my birthday's coming up, and every year on my birthday, I usually like to do some type of activity. And for such a long time, I was in such a regular routine of every day I do A, B, and C. On the weekends, I do A, B, and C. And I had really wanted to shake things up, if you will.
Shaking things up, yeah.
If you will.
And I will.
There we go. Thank you.
And I did.
Oh, you did, absolutely. But for my 50th birthday, I told myself for my 50th year, I was really going to step outside my comfort zone and start doing things that I have never done before because I wanted to face some fears.
Facing fear is good.
Yeah.
Right. I love it.
So for me, I went on this amazing hiking trip with a female travel company. We went to Utah, and while I'm not necessarily afraid of heights, because I've jumped out of a plane before, which was fun, I'm afraid of falling, right? Because I'm kind of klutzy and I trip over my own feet a lot, even if I'm just standing still in slippers. But I digress. So I went on this hiking trip because I wanted to meet new women. I wanted to experience new things. So we climbed Angel's Landing, which was so incredibly intense and scary for me, but I did it. And then we came back down. I remember crying when we got back down to more flat, not cliffside. I went rappelling, and
repelling.
it was like, and then on my actual 50th birthday, I went and took a trapeze lesson and just did all of these things because I wanted to face some fears. And I think since I did that, it has made me more open to trying new things because I, like you said, step out of the comfort zone to live outside the comfort zone.
Yeah, I like that.
So I think it's a good topic to talk about. And I wanted Will Snow, who knows all things, I wanted his take on stepping/living.
So I need to ask the
zone.
question. So what fear were you facing when you decided to do these epic things?
My goodness. So, I don't,
Like a fear of heights?
no, I'm not afraid of heights. I think I was afraid of not living. Being in this box that I had created for myself.
In the box.
And I wanted to experience all these amazing, beautiful things. And I wanted to experience the world. And I was originally wanting to go, I was like, should I go to Machu Picchu, I was thinking, or should I go to Patagonia and go hiking? And I was back and forth between those two because I really wanted to go international. However, COVID was really raging at the time.
It was
and
an awful time.
it was. And even though I could have gone, just with my health and, my and my certain issues that I have, I didn't want to potentially get sick and be out of the country. So I decided to do a hiking trip in Utah, which I hadn't seen since I was 10 on the family trip where we went cross country.
Oh, yeah.
And so we were in Zion Canyon and Bryce Canyon. And I remember this very specific photo that my father took of my brother Scotty and I. And when we were walking through Bryce Canyon, I kept looking everywhere for it. And I thinking, it had been 40 years, right, since that picture had been taken. And I remember it. I had my pigtails and Scotty, was in his shorts with the tube socks because that was the thing in the 80s. And I found the place that had that same tree in the same angle, and I had them take a picture of it.
Wow.
Of me in it. And I remember taking that picture when I got home and putting it side by side with the other one and sending it to my parents.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you. And I totally digressed there, but I was definitely afraid of not living and not experiencing and not trying and putting myself in this little tiny box of routine.
Yeah, well, and so good on you to take the bold move and step outside the comfort zone to live outside the comfort zone. I think that's amazing. That's a wonderful story. Of course, I kind of tuned out when you were talking about you and the pigtails because now I'm just imagining you in pigtails, and now I want to see you in those pigtails.
I'll put the pigtails on. Listeners, this is not for you, but I will put on.
No, I that's got to happen now.
It will, and pigtails, maybe space buns.
Oh, well, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to the topic.
No, I didn't tune out. I listened to what you were saying, of course, because it's important.
I know you do.
No, you make a very good point because comfort zone is it's kind of like the friend zone of dating. Comfort zone in living is like the friend zone in dating.
I hate the friend zone. We've already had this discussion.
Nothing is ever going to happen
ridiculous.
in the friend zone. Nothing is ever going to happen in the comfort zone, and you feel like you are being crushed. Your soul's being crushed slowly. Yeah, I'll tell you, I know it very well, and I think we've all experienced it to a certain extent, where we're just in this giganticus rut, and you can't seem to see the sides. You can't seem to see over the sides. I had a career back in the day, and I was a materials engineer working. So boring. My God, I don't know how I did. That was talk about. I wish I'd had Will Snow to talk to back then.
Yeah.
I would have made an entirely different decision. But at any rate, I was in this company, and people would go to work every day, and then they would do the minimal amount of work that they were doing every day, and it was not very soul affirming, not just very dull, and it was next to impossible to say, what do I need to do to get out of this rut? It was comfortable. I mean, I was making decent money and and all of that, but I was never going to make a lot of money, and I was never going to do anything really outstanding, and I just felt like, well, is this what my life is about?
Right.
And so I had to, talk about the comfort zone, right? So I was actually going to dinner with Helen, and we were going to one of our little favorite Chinese restaurants, and she's like, oh, well, I have to do something first, and I'm like, what do you have to do? So, well, we'll just drive. I'm going to give you directions, and so she's giving me these directions. I'm like, where are we going? And we ended up at this building on campus of one of the local colleges. And I looked in the door, and there were all these people in suits. And I mean, I didn't have a suit on. We were just going to dinner, and I'm looking at the signs, and it was for a part-time MBA program. It was an information session.
Oh.
And I'm like, wait, what? What? And then she pushed me from behind into the room, and I met some people, and then we had some conversations, and it got me on the course of education that allowed me to step outside and talk about being outside your comfort zone. I'm an engineer talking to all these business professionals. It was very uncomfortable, but in stepping out of that comfort zone that I was in at the moment, it allowed me to actually see a different path.
Yes.
And that was amazing. And so I can attest to the fact that stepping outside of one's comfort zone can often lead to amazing things. I stepped out of the comfort zone of Southern California and moved to Florida to take care of my late mom. And what happened then?
We met.
Yes, we did. And I was definitely out of my comfort zone in Alligator Alley, but they didn't have those in California. But it opened up the world.
It did.
And so this is encouragement for all of us to step outside the comfort of the known.
Yes.
Step into the unknown a little bit. Don't fear it so much.
Yeah.
And in doing so, it will open up the world.
Opportunities.
Yes.
Yes, it will open up the world. And I remember thinking when I wanted to go on this trip, I had grown up with that mindset, and I had worked so many jobs simultaneously for so long because I was, with parents that grew up, like Great Depression and not having enough and all of these things. And I grew up with that mindset of always being told, you don't have the money, you don't have enough, you don't have the money, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I had finally told myself, screw it. I do have the money, I have a job, I'm making money, and I even sold some stocks to help me go on this trip because it was something that was important to me to make happen. And from then, in my 50th year, everything got shaken up, especially when I met Will Snow.
Well, there it is. I told you I was going to shake things up.
I know you did. And what did I say?
Groovy.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
Yeah.
It's a groovy.
Groovy.
Right. Who says groovy? I love it.
I say groovy. I'm a child of the 70s.
Yes, you are a child of the 70s. I guess. Yeah, okay. Sure.
Moving on.
Stepping
outside the comfort zone. Would you like me to read the question, or do you have more to say about Any more like words of wisdom about stepping outside that comfort zone?
It's fear.
Yeah.
It's fear of stepping out of the comfort zone that makes one, that basically you're putting your listeners, if you feel like you're in a box, it's because you're putting yourself in the box. So my great advice to you today is don't.
Yeah.
Step outside the comfort zone and see what awaits you. Open yourself up to the universe. It's not that scary. It's actually beautiful. It's wonderful. It's magical. And that's what we're here for. Again, purpose. Why are we here? We're here to experience. We're here to uplift each other. And don't forget the second piece.
Yeah.
We are here to uplift each other. We're here to bring ourselves up energetically.
Yeah.
Help others to do that. And so that's what we're doing here, actually. If you didn't know, that's the goal.
That's the goal of Will
That's the
Snow
goal.
of Ask Dad.
So, yeah, let's go to a question. I think that's
Okay. Excuse me, hiccup or burp or both, but okay.
a hic burp.
A herp,
Okay.
a pickup.
Pick up. I like that.
All right, so we have Alex from Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Yeah.
Oh, that means you have to.
Don't do it.
No, you
Don't
have
do
to.
it.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You don't have to do it. Don't do your Australian accent if you don't feel comfy with it.
I'm not really good at an Australian accent.
Good, bad. It's all in the fun.
Crikey. He was an amazing. I loved him. You're getting the face. Stop with the face.
Yes,
no,
Deborah.
no, you're doing Scottish.
Deborah.
You're
No,
stop it.
no, it's Sean Connery.
I'm going to turn your mic off. He was Scottish. All right. So we have Alex from Brisbane. Hi, Will. I am a 28-year-old man, and I just found out that my best male friend, who I've known for over a decade, has secretly had romantic feelings for me. I've always thought of him as just a friend, but since learning of this, I'm starting to question my own feelings. I'm not sure what this means for me, but part of me wonders if I should give it a chance. I'm confused and nervous about potentially crossing that line because I don't want to ruin the incredible friendship we have. How do I figure out if this is something worth exploring? And if I do, how can I approach it without risking what we already have? Well, first of all, thank you, Alex from Brisbane, for that amazing question.
That is an amazing question. Alex. Wow. I love that. The line. I'm going to cross the line. I'm going to go to the other side of the line. Please. Human sexuality is a spectrum. Mm-hmm. It is not this or that.
Right.
That is the most ridiculous thing ever, and it's societally impressed, and it's absolutely incorrect. And if you feel that you are only solely attracted to the opposite sex, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But if you feel like, hey, there's some gray area, that's also okay, because there is.
Right.
And no one in the world should be telling you what you feel is, or what you think, or what is wrong.
Right.
Because it isn't.
Right.
It's the way you feel. The way you feel is the way you feel, and it is legitimate. It's legitimate. Yeah. I do have the question on how you found out about your friend's romantic feelings. That's an interesting question. I mean, I'd like to know, okay, before you make a move going forward, did this person,
did they communicate it with you?
Have they communicated it with you? But so that's another question, of course. So my advice is, I think that there was a sentence in there that said, I am afraid.
Yes, I'm confused and nervous. About potentially crossing that line.
Yeah, nervous, afraid.
Yeah.
So, well, in the spirit of this conversation, face your fears. My advice is to step over that line.
Yep.
Find out, but don't ever think that you can have it both ways. Once you say, I want it to be the way it was, but I'm interested in something more potentially. But you can't ever go back in time.
Right. Because
you can't shove the knowledge that you've gained about your friend's attraction to you back into a bottle. You know it, it's out there, it's there. Now it's your decision and what you want to do with it. Do you want to ignore it and just keep things steady, or do you want to explore something that you might be feeling? And so it seems to me from this letter that you are feeling this way, that you are feeling some attraction. This is really, really tough and especially I would suggest, as a man, it's tough because we are told not to explore our feelings and to shut those down right away. When you start feeling, emotionally, when you start feeling emotionally attached to somebody, and you start feeling, that you're a deep friendship, then there's always that concern. Well, that may turn into something sexual. Well, it might. Mm-hmm. It might. That's a possibility, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's just it might. But if you don't want it, then don't do it. But don't do it out of fear. Okay? Yeah. Don't do it out of fear. Yeah. What I might suggest would be to talk to the individual.
Yes.
And see how he's feeling.
Yeah.
And maybe he's having the same exact fear that, you don't want the friendship to go away, and you're both afraid that it might. You don't know until you communicate with the other person. But I would suggest be open to your feelings, be open to taking a chance.
Yes.
Be open to stepping outside your comfort zone. If you didn't feel that way, you wouldn't have asked the question.
Correct. If you didn't feel it, it would just be a hard stop.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything wrong with exploring the gray area of human sexuality, because it is. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. You're not going to be branded. You're not going to be cast out of your friend groups. None of that's going to happen. You've got to be who you are in life.
Yes. And those who truly love you will truly love you.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. And so I think it's good to explore your feelings, explore your humanity.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the goal, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And step outside that comfort zone and let us know what happens, because I think that it could be something beautiful. It could be something really, really beautiful. You guys have been friends for a very, very long time, so there's a connection there.
Yeah.
There's worse ways to enter into a relationship.
Yeah. And as long as you communicate,
right,
talk about those feelings, talk about your fears, talk about the things that, make your soul sing.
Make your soul sing. It's true. This is, that's what we're here for. Again, elevate each other, help each other's energy levels to increase. Bring it up. That's what we're here for. And experience. And don't be so afraid.
Yeah.
Listeners, if there's one thing I can tell you, decisions, and I have told you this, decisions made in fear are generally not life affirming.
Correct.
So affirm your life. Step outside your fear. Don't be afraid of it.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you, Will Snow.
Well, and that's on that topic. Boy, I was thinking again, I cannot, the metallurgist, the material scientist. Oh, God, yeah. Reminded me, what,
Go on. I'm waiting. For God's sakes.
What do you call it when a Silver Surfer and Iron Man team up?
Is this one for Scotty?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you call it when the Silver Surfer and Iron Man team up?
Well, they become alloys.
Oh my God. Damn it. I think that one actually fit. Oh my God. Let's see. When I handed one of my friends their 50th birthday card, they looked at me with tears in their eyes and they said, one would have been enough.
Oh, got me. You got me. Oh, I love it.
Thank you, Will. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Thank you to Alex from Brisbane. And everyone else, again, thank you for reaching out and tuning in to Ask Dad, the show of fatherly advice for all with a smattering of bad dad jokes. The love is real and the man is real. And we'll see you next time. And until then, please continue to send us your dad jokes and questions to will@IWillAskDad so we can talk about it all. We can talk about the good. We can talk about the dad. We can talk about, I messed it up, the good, the bad, and the dad. I think I need some water.
You need Sean Connery. What you need?
No, I don't. I'm turning the volume way up.